the Paderno Vegetable Spiral Maker. Today we're gonna make chips and pigtail fries. The nice thing about this machine, it's all one piece, so everything is in it. The blades, put this blade for making chips, the handle, everything is already attached together. And the only problem is the handle isn't attached to a screw thread, so you have to put force forward to cut. Now we're making the chips already. There's the results. Although it has suction cups at the bottom, you want to hold it still because they slip quite a bit. Let's take these out, and you should separate them. Well, you can do it by hand. Guess that's the most effective way. A knife won't really work. You should separate them into single strips, rings. You don't want more than that. They will clunk up and become a soggy mess in the frying pan. I never made successful potato chip before. I'm gonna try a new method this time. I wanna first dry them out before frying them, and I hope that works. Let's go. I wanna use two methods, one in the frying pan and one in the oven. See, really quick, really quick. Just and there's a ton here. Perfect chip thickness. Some more. You can do anything, carrots for salads, onions. So that's what we have, and it looks like a ton from one potato. I was surprised it can fill probably a big bag of chips. So I want to separate them, and then we will make the chips before they start turning brown. Okay, I got them separated. Now I'm just gonna pat them dry with this paper towel. Hopefully that will do the trick of making them crunchy rather than soggy. Yeah, they're really dry now. Extremely dry. Very good. We can begin the frying. The dunk in the super hot oil. Nicely dried. Okay, while we're waiting for the oil to heat up, I drizzled some oil on an aluminum foil, and I'm just gonna lay them in one layer, cover them with the oil, and just have one layer on this aluminum foil. There's a ton of chips here, so there'll be plenty. The make one layer. I hope this won't burn or get stuck, so we'll find out soon enough. The oil seems to have heated up, so we can start dumping them in there one by one, of course. The whole idea is getting chips, and they have to be separate, not stick together. Now I think these are cooking like immediately. So this ready to go. Is it crispy? I hope so. So always depends on the type of potatoes as well. Some potatoes just burn up and not turn golden. It matters big time. That was like a minute in there. And there's no breaks here. Have to keep going. One batch after the next. Bit wet at the bottom, unfortunately. Nothing beats the flavor of potato chips, that's for sure. Pure flavor. You have to work quickly. Dump and scoop. The homemade potato chips, you can control the amount of salt, put any flavor, but like I say, I never successfully have made them. Maybe today's the day, we'll find out. I think that's enough. We're ready to try them. Turn the oil off. See, crispy. Yep, crispy. Good, but that's a very brownish one. Let's see. See the ones that aren't browned, they're still a bit floppy. Okay, that's crispy but chewy a bit, and that's not good for chips. Chips taste like chips. Can't beat that taste. Nothing equals it. Some where they're not golden. I suppose you have to get them golden to get the crunch, but overall they're chipped. Now let's get the oven ones done. I'm hoping this will turn out better than the fried ones. We'll find out. cover them with oil. That's enough for this experiment. Okay, now time to go into the oven. They're in the oven, and I think I'm gonna broil them, make work of them. So let's get started. A minute later, let's have a check on them. That's still the same. 4 minutes later, it appears they're bubbling a bit, which is nice. We might get better results than the fried ones, which only were crispy if they turned brown, not like the commercial chips you buy at the stores, but these might turn out like the ones at the stores. So at 5 minutes, I think they're ready to get out. They're starting to brown. So what I see doesn't seem very promising. I think they still they're soggy. Oh no, they're not. They're crispy. Hold on. No, they're soggy. Maybe if we give them time, let them sit, they'll turn crispy. Unfortunately, they're still floppy, moist, not chips yet, but maybe with time they turn chips. Let's swap the blades. So first let's get this out. This can be fried later. And there's two sizes of swirls you can make. Thicker and thinner. This is for a thicker swirls. And let's first do the thinner ones. These ones for the pigtail fries. Let's get a potato. Just push that in there. I think the flatter side would be more wider to use. Okay, ram that in the hole, and you're ready to make some pasta, potato pasta. This one, you have to give it a bit more force. Hold it more. Good. No big deal. If it falls off, just put it back. And turn. Yeah, there's a ton here. It's gonna make like those chips. Those shredded chips at the stores. So yeah, these are ready to fry. Pigtails, yum, yeah. Then you wanna do them one by one separately. You don't want them to clump up in the oil. Well, let's see what is gonna make us. But first, let's do the other one as well. So to get this backwards, you use this bottom handle here. That's what that is for. Get some of the other very easy to use, very easy to clean. It's all plastic, nice. Okay. And that's it. Now the larger pigtails, this seems to be making a better result. These look much more better for frying, definitely. So the larger spiral blade. Sometimes the grip is lost, and just cut that out where it's worn out at the back here to regain the grip of the spikes. I like this much better, how they're turning out. This is gonna fry much better. Okay. It's not as easy as an electronic device, but I tell you, it's very easy. It's pretty close. It's took no effort at all, practically. You don't need everything done with a motor. So these are I'm looking forward to frying these. I think these are going to turn out real nice. Okay, let's put them one strip at a time. That's a really long. Whoa. Can span the length of a room. So some mutant pig there. Pig. It's gonna be fun to see the outcome of this thing. Looks very neat, but while we're waiting for this, I wanna declare our chip making effort only a partial success. They're still kind of soggy, this and the ones in the oven and the ones that are fried, because the fried ones have to be crisp to not be floppy. They have to be browned completely, not like the store-bought one. So the process must be different for making the commercial style of chips. These are chip shreds, kind of. Well, I thought we were gonna make pigtail fries, but I suppose they're not gonna be. They're gonna be like chips. They're not fries, but chips. So that's this is I think much easier than those flat circle chips. Much better results at making chips here. Get crispier quickly. Now let's try the smaller swirl ones, and this will probably clump up. Get a taste of this. It's crispy. So it's like fries, actually. A little bitter because they're too brown. a fried chip combo. I don't know if the oil is salty or just the natural taste of really crisp browned potatoes, but they taste really salty. These are more like the shredded chips. These ones turned out more like shredded chips because they're so thin. They got nothing in them, no meat, and they're just skin. So these are more like chips. So little rings, can put them apart, very fun. Yeah, they got that really toasted fry flavor, so not everyone is into that flavor. Some chips are sold like this, and they're fun, nice, a nice variety change from the regular ordinary French fries you would make at home. And yeah, they're self-made chips, not perfect like the stores, but they're good, they're adequate, they do. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Yum yum. I discovered if you keep the spirals in for just 5 to 10 seconds, you get pigtail fries. Nice. How cool are those?